Hello, everybody. This is Bill Noble from Token Metrics with another video in our series, Long-Term Price Predictions. This one is long-term realistic price predictions because we're going to look at a layer one Avalanche. But first, like this video, please make sure you smash the like button as well as subscribe to the Token Metrics YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn on alerts so you know either when we got a new video like this or when we're going live. Let's talk about layer ones. In 2021, right, people may have forgotten by the time you see this video that nobody believed that ETH killers could rally as much as they did. Avalanche, Solana, I mean, these things absolutely took off. The Fed was printing money, liquidity was available, and a lot of it wound up in these big layer ones, Avalanche being one of them. Avalanche, in many ways, had a mind of its own when it went up. In other words, Avalanche had the power to go up while the market was doing nothing. Now, for the future of Avalanche, the big question is it going to be as important as people kind of hyped it to be in 2021? And we're going to answer that question in this video. So don't go anywhere. And we will take a look at Token Metrics' price prediction grid. So we start over here in the top left, Token Metrics market cap, right? So Token Metrics just calculates market cap. It starts at 500 billion and goes all the way out to 10 trillion to do scenario analysis. Then on the left column, you have market cap dominance for Avalanche. So it's either 0.25% and it goes all the way to 2%. So this is a metric deciding, you know, how important Avalanche is in the overall market. Right now, as of the recording of this video, market cap dominance for Avalanche is at 0.52% because we're probably in the middle of either a basing period or crypto winter when we recorded this video. In all these videos, we have this grid. And the question is, which number do you focus on? Like what are the important numbers? I'm going to start with Avalanche by looking at a couple of numbers. I'm going to look at them. I'm going to say, all right, here's some interesting stuff. And then we're going to do something different than we did in our other videos on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Polkadot, right? A little different. So not only would we encourage you to watch that, but you could compare what we did then to what we're going to do now. All right, so here are a couple interesting numbers. If Avalanche becomes somewhat important, doubles its dominance to 1%, and total market cap makes a marginal new high at 5 trillion, Avalanche could go to 175. Now that may not be real exciting because, Avalanche's top was somewhere between 125 and 150. With Avalanche as of this recording being at something like 18 or 20, I'm sure people would take that gain. But from an analytical point, it's maybe not that exciting. Now, what is exciting is total crypto market cap going to 10 trillion in the next cycle. The only way I think total crypto market cap is 3 times higher than it was in the last cycle is if security tokens are involved, right? There's some sort of major problem in the legacy world, and crypto is not only a primary monetary system, but you've also got security tokens, stocks, bonds, real estate, venture capital, all trading on the blockchain, right? Expanding crypto market cap dramatically. If Avalanche becomes more or less as important as it is now, kind of close, with a $10 trillion market cap, you could have 263. And if Avalanche doubles its dominance up to 1%, a lot more important. And it could do that because it does have a feature, right, for issuing security tokens, 351 on the table. Now, how do we know which one? 5? Is it 263? Is it 351? Or is it something else? Let's go to a regular chart of Avalanche. What you can see is, this is a daily chart. So, I'm extending this all the way out to 2024, 2025. But realistically, it's probably going to take longer than that for Avalanche to get to any of these targets. Because in the Bitcoin video and in the ETH video, we sort of assumed that the next cycle, the next parabolic, is either a late 2023 phenomenon or a mid-2024 phenomenon. This doesn't necessarily reflect that, but I think you'll get the point. Now, what you'll see over here is I've got an Elliott wave structure. Once Avalanche is done with its winter or basing period or whatever you want to call it, it should take off in a 5-wave structure. I've also got some numbers here. I've got anywhere from 230 to 579. You're like, oh, wait a minute, Bill, how'd you get those numbers? Well, I got them through Fibonacci extension analysis. So when you're in a bull market, right, instead of drawing Fibonacci retracements, which most people know about, right? You go up and then you go down and retrace 38% and then you go back up. Fibonacci extension analysis is, the thing I relied on in the bull markets to say, all right, if this rally extends itself, let's use Fibonacci mathematics to try to find an upside target. A lot of times, when altcoins were just smoking, altcoins would get to its maximum upside target. It's all the way up here in this green line around, above 500. Here are a bunch of numbers that I drew, roughly 230, 290, 370, and 579. These are relevant fib extension levels. This is an Elliott wave structure that might fit these extension numbers. So, is Avalanche going to go all the way up there to 500 or is it 370? Which is it, right? Because you can draw lots of stuff, but the table helps you figure out what's realistic. So we've got 230, 290, and 370. So if you look here on total crypto market cap, the dominance table, dominance is right now 0.52%. And then you assume the dominance could double. That's realistic. Avalanche could become more important mainly because of security tokens and speed. So that would take the price for Avalanche to 351. And that would assume a $10 trillion market cap. Now let's go back to the chart to see, if total crypto market cap went to 10 trillion, it is feasible based on the fib extension work for Avalanche to go to 370. Now, if we go back to the table, it's a little more boring for Avalanche to go to 175 with a dominance of 1%. Now, is that realistic? Will total crypto market cap only go to 5 trillion in the next cycle? I don't know. If that happened, right, Avalanche would only get a marginal new high. I've got a 186 number here. That's the lowest fib extension. That would be pretty boring in terms of long-term thinking. It's not very exciting television to go, oh yeah, Avalanche will make a marginal new high. Not for a long-term prediction. Now, let's look at any number like 263. 263, right, would be between, this 230 and 290 number. It could be possible that you might have a shorter 5 wave at the end, right? Like that's how it always ends. Once the cycle is over in, I don't know, like 2026, maybe Avalanche only goes to 290. That's possible, right? Like layer ones were everything. And then will layer ones be the next thing in the next cycle? Well, who knows? We don't know that. But we have to assume that in a multi-chain world, Avalanche could at least do 290 because it can do 263 with $10 trillion market cap with only a marginal increase in dominance. So 263 seems possible. Now, the number that seems to matter to me is this 351. Avalanche doubles its dominance to 1%. And if you go to the fib extension chart, you have a very realistic number at 370. Okay, so with a $10 trillion market cap, both our table and the fib extension number shows 350, 370. Avalanche would, double what it was when it topped around 150. For Moon Boys, can Avalanche get to 579? That's the max upside target. Now, that number doesn't necessarily appear on the chart, but Avalanche dominance would probably have to be between 1 and 2.5%. So you would have a massive expansion in dominance, and a 2.5% dominance gives you 879. So you would definitely have to have a $10 trillion market cap. When it comes to the $5 trillion market cap, okay, so if you had a marginal increase in market cap from the new high, from the high in 2022, to Avalanche becoming much more important at 2.5%. So it's almost like Avalanche, it would be like Avalanche in ETH, or Avalanche actually eclipsing ETH in terms of its importance, maybe not in terms of market cap. You could get a price of 439. So if total crypto market cap makes a marginal new high, but Avalanche becomes much more important, you could have 439. Market cap would only, total dominance, reading between the lines, would only have to be like 1.5% to get this big 450, 500 number. Now, is that realistic? My answer to that is no. I like 370. 370 seems to make sense. You'd have to have a $10 trillion market cap. You'd have to have Avalanche be involved in security tokens, and the dominance only has to double from where it is now. So I like 351 as my long-term price prediction for Avalanche. And if I'm wrong about that, then the Moon Boys win, and it's probably 450 or 500. So this is our first price prediction video where we're combining the total crypto market cap and price prediction table from Token Metrics, where we pick 2 or 3 numbers and we go back to traditional technical analysis to try to find what numbers make sense. 290, 370, and 579 are your choices. I pick 370. Okay, so we hope you like the live TA version of this. This is Bill Noble from Token Metrics. Stay tuned for future long-term price prediction videos.